on. Yeah, sorry today we start a bit late because just now I think there is some technical issue. But thank you everyone for spending time for us. I think we will try to start on time by 4:10 every week. Yeah. So happy Mother's Day also. Yeah. Maligayang araw ng mga ina. I don't know, is it correct?
Correct.
wishing you all be good and safe with your lovely family. Yeah. So I will start my slides now. Yeah. Thank you, Ma'am Gigi. So again, before I start, I would like to thank Elken Global because it's a great company with 25 years history and a great platform. So all of us can be here today. And also thanks to my life coach, Brother Jay and Sister Valet. Yeah, he always send his regards to all the brothers and sisters in the Philippines. Yeah, and also thanks to our senior upline, Mr. and Mrs. Lee. Yeah, for always supporting us. And of course, thanks to our Elken Global 001, Mr. Francis Chia, because all this system education actually is come from his wisdom, and then we translated into the slides. So we are blessed that we can actually learn it online now, yeah, and share in different countries. And thanks to Elken, this spirit, so to keep us keep learning, especially during this period that we can learn from so many people from online. And thanks to the Elken Global Management team, yeah, for always supporting us, always thinks of what is the best to actually drive our business here in Philippines. Okay, so let's start. So when we talk about back to the basic of network marketing again, what we need to do actually, we are building our network. I mean, we need to constantly build our network to increase our business, you know, just like a chain store. So we need to know how to really manage and what is the things that to duplicate to each chain store. Next. So in order to have a successful business in Elken, we need to build a large network. The larger it is, the more stable it will become. Yeah. So we need to constantly learn how to build the strong foundation of a network. Next. So what is you know, when I always heard from the previous the leaders in Elken, I always want, they always tell me actually what is Elken all about. It's actually about sell products and recruit people and build leaders. So the key components leading to success in Elken are actually people, network, and business. Business meaning selling and buying. So we need to have a very strong foundation to bring people in, to increase the business. That's why we need to learn and duplicate the basic actions of MLM. Next. So in the basic actions of MLM, there's 3S. Yeah. So I believe a lot of experienced networkers here, you must have learned and heard before. Yeah. So it's a refreshment. So for the new people in the network marketing, yeah, it's good that we can learn these 3S. So the first S is selling. Selling actually assists us to do the business. And second S is sponsoring. So sponsoring assists us to increase our business partners. And number 3 is service and follow-up. So service and follow-up actually assist us to strengthen and expand the business. Yeah. So it's very important, and in these 3 weeks we'll learn these 3 S. Yeah. In these 3 weeks. So number 1, first S, selling. So some people may be wondering, is selling really important? But you know, and or some friends maybe will say, oh, if it involves selling, I don't want to join. But we can ask ourselves or ask the friends also, actually, what is the business if it's not involve any selling or buying? It's not a business anymore. And if without selling, where does the profit come from? You know, only those so-called illegal MLM will claim that you do not need to do any selling. You just sit there and can earn money, which is quite impossible, because we all understand that in order to have the bonus, the profit must come from somewhere, and the profit normally is come from selling and buying. So selling is one of the key factors in the building the network marketing business. And next we look at the second S, sponsoring. So sponsoring is the only way to build a network of people. Yes, like just now I mentioned, doing network marketing is able to sell the product and able to bring in the people to sponsor the people. So next we look at sponsoring. Any MLM business without sponsoring is not considered an MLM. It's direct selling, meaning just a single level of selling. Then it's not considered a network marketing anymore. It's just based on pure salesmanship. So without sponsoring, the purpose of doing MLM will be lost, because sponsoring is the foundation of multiplication and leveraging. If you still recall in the first topic, when we talk about sponsoring or duplication, the power of duplication, if you join as a new member and you sponsor just one member every month, and all of your downline also duplicate and sponsor one every month, in one whole year we will already have 4,096 people in the network. That is the power of sponsoring. That is the power of leveraging. So sponsoring is very important. And next we have the third S, which is service and follow-up. After selling and sponsoring, of course, service and follow-up is very important, because that could give us a source of long-term customers. We need to build long-term customers through our service and follow-up. And it's also a foundation for us to expand the network of people and a channel to develop leaders. And it's also the process of building a strong and large and stable network. So we will talk about the 2S in the subsequent week. So now let's focus and learn about the basic action 1, which is selling. Okay, next. So selling is essential in the Elken business. Yes, like just now I mentioned. Next. So the key difference of Elken with a conventional business is that our business or our selling approach is based on network marketing. So the conventional approach relies much on hard selling. The only intention of hard selling normally is to get the product sold using whatever methods possible. So you may have noticed a lot of salesmen, when you walk along the street. Next. And in hard selling, only techniques and the methods matter. They do not care whether the products are good or suitable for the clients. Yeah. So I believe all of you have experience when you walk past those shops in the shopping malls. Maybe the promoter may pass you sample of perfume or sample or cream, whatever to try. Or the car promoter will just try to give you leaflet and start to talk. They do not care. They do not try to understand whether you need the product or not. Yeah, that is the normal way of the hard selling method they are using outside. But in Elken, we are adopting the network marketing approach, because our clients are ourselves, our family and friends, or friends of friends. Therefore, the conventional approach is not suitable for us. The only suitable approach for us to sell is sharing. Yeah, so the keyword is sharing, because I believe everyone everyone is born to know how to share. Next. And if you can recall in how to start topic 1, the step 1, why we say step 1 is so important is to take or use the products, is because to strengthen our confidence, because we only share products that we appreciate and love to use. That's why we suggest at the beginning, when you are new to the business, just pick 1 or 2 products that you really, really love and you can see and you have 100% belief in the product, and you understand perfectly the effect and benefits from it, then you will definitely know how to share, because it's from the bottom of your heart. Next, so the quality, function, and value of the products are always our first priorities, because we ourselves are also using the product. That's why we choose product by quality, because as what we think is best and beneficial for our family. If we are not using it, that means maybe we ourselves maybe have doubt of the product, or maybe, and we will not have the confidence to share it if we are not the user. Next, so it is out of the intention of sharing that we will sell the products to the people around us. Yeah, and like just now I mentioned, if the product is not good, of course we will not want to share the product to harm our friends or our close relative. Of course, behind our mind, we are thinking, yes, I need to achieve the sales. But we should be more concerned if our clients can benefit from the products. That's why later we also mentioned the customer needs is the utmost important in the selling process. Next. So in the normal method outside the hard selling, they always emphasize on the techniques, whereas sharing, we emphasize on the mental attitude. Yeah, we all learned about the mental attitude and perception last week, right? Yeah. So the way we think is very important, because hard selling only cares about the benefits, about the profit, sorry. Yeah, next, this slide, yeah. Whereas sharing works towards the client's needs. Yeah. Next. So the intention is different and the approach is different as well. Next. So sharing is a virtue and also a promotional approach with good intention. Next. So in Elken, if someone says that he or she does not know how to sell, or maybe he's afraid to sell, it could be a problem of mental attitude rather than ability. Just to quote an example, if today you went to the supermarket and you see the vegetable very cheap today, when you go back to the house, will you be afraid to share with your neighbors? You will not, right? You'll be excited and sharing with them. Wow, the vegetable is so cheap today. But will you be worried that your neighbors saying or talking behind you that you must be getting some profit from the supermarket? No, right? Yeah. So we all have the nature, the instinct of sharing. And if you watch a movie very nice and very touching, will you be scared to share with your close friends? I believe not also. Will you be worried that later your friend must be thinking you may get some profit from the cinema? No, right? Yeah. So sharing is very natural. It's a human instinct, even kids from young, they know how to share. Yeah. So it's all about the perception and how we think. Yeah. Of course, there's a few guidelines of the right attitude of selling and sponsoring we can share with you here. Number one, share the good things with your close relative and friends unconditionally. Do not worry about gain or loss. Yes, don't worry too much and don't worry about the consequences, because our responsibility is just to share. Whether the customer accept or not, it doesn't matter. And number two, helping others and not asking for favors. Yeah, because with the good intention of helping others, we are not like begging others to buy from us. So don't be afraid of sharing. And number three, of course, don't be afraid of rejection, because there is some who don't want it. It doesn't matter that others don't want it as well, right? There is some who don't want it now, but it could be because of other reason. It doesn't mean that they don't want it forever. Yeah. So don't be afraid of the rejection. And number 4, do not prejudge. Yeah, understand them objectively. Yeah, meaning when we want to share with someone, we do not judge people maybe by how they wear, or thinking that, oh, maybe they cannot afford the product. Yeah, when we want to just sharing, we don't think, we don't prejudge people, we don't judge book by its cover. We are sharing out of goodwill. And number 5, prepare to contribute and take up the responsibility. Yeah, because sharing is just caring. Yeah, we are prepared to contribute and share, and we are responsible if the person want to buy, or we can follow up later on. And number 6, be concerned about them. Let them like us and accept us. That's why we will be mentioned later. Understand the customer need is very important. Let the customer feel that you really concerned about them. Yeah. Okay, and then we think we need to mute someone's mic, right? Yeah, and also for I need to look at my screen. Okay, and although we say mental attitude is important, we still have a few tips to share for the preparation for selling. So number 1 is a self-image. Change yourself first. You know, sometimes people will take the initiative to ask you, what have you been taking recently, you know, because you look like more healthy, more energetic, instead of last time always look tired, you know. Or sometimes people may feel that, oh wow, you look so great today, oh, your skin looks so radiant, more beautiful, you know. So change ourselves first is very important, you know, from the appearance. I mean, of course, we don't need to like spend a lot of money on the dressing, whatever, but at least make ourselves look tidy, neat, and self-confidence, have enough sleep, drink more water, you know, so the people will notice our changes, and they will take the initiative to ask us also. And speech and manners always shares in manners of enthusiastic, warm, and sincere. You know, last time the wife of our 001, we call her Mei Shengjie. So she is the one that created the term of this 4 big. Yeah, if you ever see her before, because she's saying the 4 big, meaning the eyes must be big, the voice must be loud, the smile must be big, you know. So, and I think the last one is the action. Yeah, the action must be big as well. So she called this the 4 big, because when you have these 4 big, your body language will actually pass the excitements to your clients as well, you know. If we share in a very dull manner or very monotonous, so meaning the product is not giving us any excitement. Yeah, because people actually buy products based on their emotion. So if our appearance, the way we talk, can make them have the excitement and make them have feeling and urge to buy, then the successful rate will be higher. Yeah, so you know, last time I'm a chemist, I work in the lab, I don't usually talk to people. So how we practice, you know, before we really want to share with people, we can practice with a mirror, you know, with the way we talk. Yeah, our voice, our eyes, our body language, all these can be practiced. Yeah. And number 2, self-affirmation. Yeah, next slide. So self-affirmation is help us to strengthen our confidence. What do we mean by that? You know, before sharing, we can have a conversation with ourselves. For self-affirmation, we can look at the mirror, talking to ourselves, and I'm the best, I'm the friendliest, I'm the most attractive, I have the most charming smile, and the customer will like me. Yeah, because you know, our feeling affect our emotion, and it will affect our action and the way and how we share later. So giving ourselves a very good and positive feeling is very important. Yeah, and our feeling will will also affect the customer. Yeah, so self-donation. And number three, compliment others. Yeah, to make others feel comfortable. Of course, when we have a conversation with the customer or friends, yeah, it's always good that we can compliment sincerely without without any hidden agenda. Let them know that we think well of them. Yeah, what do we mean by that? Meaning like, oh, I really pray sincerely, or maybe I see that, oh, you really work very hard recently, or you can say that, wow, your house is so neat, find something, a valid things that to praise the person to close up the relationship. Yeah, sincerely, I think is very important. Yeah, we don't praise something like it's not valid for the person. Yeah, then it may work the other way around. Then the people may feel that we are like very fake. Yeah, so compliment others in the sincere way. And next, number four, learn and understand about the product completely. Yeah, because have like just how we say, pick one or two product to master it and to try to know all the knowledge and prepare some Q&A about the product, start from YouTube, because the knowledge will give us confidence to answer the inquiries. Yeah. And number five, prepare tools. Yeah. If you still remember 2 weeks ago, we talked about ABC rules. Yeah. Because this is a business of leveraging. So, meaning borrow power. So we can borrow power, the influential power of the experts from the photos, videos, or the product testimonies to strengthen their confidence to buy. Yeah. And number six, yeah, prepare own testimonial. Yeah, keep posting on social media. So of course, like we ourselves is a strong product user, so we also can prepare our stories of testimonials, and we can share the joy of having the product. We can post on the social media from a user's perspective, so that because people like to hear stories, and sharing is just sharing on experience. So prepare a short story, yeah, or it's very good, and it will be very convincing. And we go to the next stage. Yeah, so the last part, we also have these 6 steps of selling process. Yeah, so number one is name listing. Number two, set appointment. So normally this step one and step two is under meeting before meeting. Yeah, meaning we need to prepare this before the meeting. And step three and step four. Step three is FORM, and step four is sharing. Yeah, this is a meeting during meeting. Yeah, and step five is closing. And step number six is arrange for next meeting, or we can leave materials or send information link. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, so first name listing. Yeah, this one we also shared this before in how to start. This is the step number 4 in the how to start topic 1. So when we want to, before we go to sharing, of course, first thing we do name listing first. So we can list from relatives to friends, from near to far distance, from lower to higher status. Yeah, of course, target 500 people is add from time to time. For first time, maybe we can list down 10 each. So we have a target list to make appointment and to start sharing. And of course, next, for us trying to do the online name listing now, we can also have a different way of doing the name listing. Yeah, I think next slide. Yeah. So from number 1, we can look for people who like or comment our posts, like just how we mentioned, to post more often. And we can look for people who are more in need of a product now. How do we know? Maybe they are frontliners, or they have posts about their families, friends are the frontliners, or are in the countries that maybe the case are getting more serious. Maybe those are also the people who will need the product now. And number 3, people who are in the 9 plus 36 country where Elken Global is. Yeah. Next slide. So why I say 9 plus 36 countries? Because we have the 9 countries, which is Brunei, Thailand, Cambodia, Philippines, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. These 9 countries, we have the Elken office and the branch. And you look at the blue color column, these are the 36 countries where these are the e-commerce countries where now we can all using IBS directly to arrange or to enroll, to recruit the person if you have OFW friends in these countries and maybe they could be in need of the products now. The products will be directly shipped from Malaysia to the countries. Yeah. So it will be, I mean, we can actually start doing the global market. Yeah. So just for example, what are the products available at the e-commerce countries? And if you have IBS ready, you can take a look anytime. Yeah. So we already have spirulina. We have 300 tablet, 500,000, 2 and 3,000 tablets spirulina all available there. And we have lactose. We have El Marino Young, and we have the pants, we have the socks, we have the cap as well. And yeah, yesterday we just launched a new product, the quantum recipe wristband. Ta-da! Here. So it's a very high technology using quantum biology technology, and it's a high tech wristband. And good news is it will be is already available in all the 36 e-commerce countries, and it will be in the 9 countries, including Philippines, very soon. Yeah, so the potential is very big. Just choose the product that you have high confidence and you can start sharing. And number 2, step 2, set appointment. Yeah, so set appointment, of course, when we're talking about the offline appointment, we need to set the date, the time, venue, and tools with the clients or the friends. And of course, let's say if we are now doing online appointment, it could be a one-to-one call, it could be texting, it could be phone call, video call. So maybe we may not need to be so formal, just need to set a time ahead, saying I have something great to share with you, or I have a stories, to share with you. Yeah. So this is step number 2, where we need to set the appointment. Step number 3, FORM. Like just now we mentioned, understand his or her needs is very, very important. So we can see here F is a family, O is occupation, R is recreation, and M is money matter. So of course, in a standard offline appointment, we will need to take, maybe we will take about 10 minutes to chit chat and try to understand the background, the FORM of this person. Yeah. And of course, if we are sharing online by call, also we can just catch up, do a short chit chat so that we can really understand this, understand what the client needs before we march into the sharing process later. Because the better we understand the customer, the easier we know how to share the product that can match the need of the customer. And number 4, step 4, sharing. So sharing with tools, brochure, or filing. It's better that we can use the Elken filing tools. We have a lot of brochure available in the eSmart library. We also have some slides that some of the outlines make, so that we have a few pictures to share products or to share OPP with the customer. So using tools will make it a more effective sharing and make the process duplicable. Yeah, because if today, if we are, some of us, if we are very good in talking, so we can talk, we can talk maybe half an hour, 1 hour without using any tools, we can close, it's good. But maybe the customer, next time, if she want to do, maybe she will feel that, oh, then I may not be able to talk so well like you, because yeah, I don't know how to talk. But if we are using a tool, so it's a more systematic way, and it's very easy to duplicate, and importantly, your friends or your downlines feel that it's very easy to share, just duplicable. Yeah. and yeah, very easy to learn, and anyone can do it, even though she cannot talk well, because she can just read about the points in the brochure or the pictures or the slides prepared. Yeah. And of course, like just now I mentioned, share with the four bigs, yeah, the eyes, the voice, the smile, and the body language. So be enthusiastic, be warm, and be sincere. And we can, after the product sharing or before the product sharing, we can also share about our short story, like why, what makes you start to take this product, and what are the changes that you notice on yourself or your friends. Yeah. So sharing your own product testimony is very important as well. And next, step 5. Okay, so step 5 is a closing. Yeah. So some of the new friends, maybe I know when you are new, or when you just started to learn how to share, you may feel shy, I feel ashamed, I don't know how to close. I can share, but I don't know how to close or ask the person to buy. But don't think so much, just add in this closing as part of your process. So, and last time, the time we are using calculator as a part of the tool to help us do closing. Of course, nowadays people can use phone, to calculate, to propose, and use pen and paper if you are doing the offline appointment, to propose a suitable package for the friends, and calculate the price or cost per day and the consumption period. Yeah, because by taking pen or typing to calculate, then you don't feel shy, because it's part of the process. So for example, when we always say 5 bottles of spirulina, 100 tablets is 30 BV, so total is 500 tablets. So if one person take 10 tablets a day, one person you need 300 tablets in a month. So one day you spend around 70 peso, one tablet is about 7 pesos. So you can ask how many people in your family. Yeah, maybe 3. Then you can take the 5 bottles package. If your family have 5 or 6 people, maybe the 10 bottles package is more suitable to you. So we have like package A and package B to let the person to choose. We try not to ask the question like, do you want to buy, because when you ask this kind of question, meaning yes or no, we are giving the chances to let the person say no. So we try to let the person choose A or B. Yeah, as it's just as a guideline. So next step, the last step is number 6, which is a next meeting. Yeah. So what do you mean by next meeting? Meaning before end the appointment, we always try to set next meeting time. So we can try to leave a material, if we are doing an offline appointment, or now if we are doing online sharing, we can like say, oh, later I will send some information or YouTube link for you, because this is for us to have an excuse to follow up the clients, maybe next day or 2 days, or yeah, next day is better, because online we can follow up anytime. Because by sharing something, to the friends, we have a so-called excuse, so a reason to follow up and to understand, oh, have you watched already? Yeah. So setting this next meeting time is always for us to have a second chance to continue to see the customer. Yeah. So this is very important. If not, sometimes if we don't set this, sometimes after sharing or closing, if the customer is considering, then we may be afraid, and we don't know how to take the initiative to call or text the customer again. Yeah. So this is quite important. Okay, and the last slide. Yeah. So generally, customers and prospects always ask some questions or reject us, could be due to a few reasons. So sometimes it could be because we are not sure about the FORM. So we don't quite understand their purchasing power or their needs. That's why maybe we not able to close. Or sometimes maybe it's because failure to appreciate or love the product. Maybe meaning that when the customer has some inquiries, maybe we still have some doubt, or maybe even ourselves never tried the product before and ask the customer to try first, then then of course the customer will need to think first. Yeah. And number three, failure to share with passion and commitment. Yeah. So like I say, the passion and the belief is very important, because passion, the excitement is contagious. If we have doubt, or if we are not sure, it will also affect the customer. It will also affect the customer feeling, yeah, and it will affect them to make the decision. But never mind, yeah. In the business, rejection now doesn't mean forever. Next slide. In the network marketing is like a volume game. So volume is very important. So let's learn and ask ourselves how many times we can share in the next 30 days. Maybe for part-time, we can maybe we can share to 3% online per day. Yeah. Maybe full time, you can share to 10% online per day, or some even 20. Yeah, if you have heard the sharing from President Cody, it all depends on how much time you want to put in. And although we are like locked down in the house now, we can still try to do online name listing, online sharing. So this could save us time, and let us just give ourselves a target just to share by the number of sharing we can share. So because the result will definitely naturally comes later when the volume is big enough. So don't stop when we share one or two times rejection and then we feel disappointed. When we have a target like 100 times of sharing, then we just treat it as a practice, and treat it as a practice and polish our sharing skill. Yeah. So mental attitude is more important than ability and skills. Yeah, so I hope my sharings helps. And next, just remind ourselves, sharing is caring, and we must let everyone enjoy the benefits of products. And when we have strong belief of the products, we will not be afraid of sharing a good things to our friends, yeah, even though they reject. Yeah. And next slide. So when sometimes, when we are lost in the business, if we are doing for a few months already, or we want to restart, or we don't know where to start, so always check whether we are doing the basic action, the 3S. Because if we do the 3S every day, then we cannot go wrong. Then we definitely will be growing in the business. Okay. And so next week, yeah, I will share the basic action number 2, which is sponsoring. So that will be postponed 1 hour, will be 5 p.m. On Saturday. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you did learn something today, and thank you very much for your time. I'll pass back to Ma'am Gigi, and we'll see if there's any volunteer want to share with us what you learned today. Thank
Thank you as
you.
always, Josephine. Thank you, Jo. Wow, wow, wow. You're so good in sharing the Elken system topic. Anyone? Hi, Miss Lenny. I can see you. Hi, Sir Pep.